Impact Wrestling review, a review that is heavily overloaded with stuff. They put a lot of stuff on this show, ladies and gentlemen. And it kind of goes with what I was saying in my previous video of exhibition for Xplosion, knockouts for Xplosion, promote it. That's what I put on my previous video, which will have a connection below so you can take a look at it and see what I'm saying if you hadn't seen it yet. But this show was so overloaded with so much stuff, it got pretty diluted. And particularly what I want to talk about when it comes to the knockouts, that is my major focus here, but let's get through everything else. And one of the things I felt was not that great. Now I could talk about the backstage segment, well, the backroom segment with everybody there. But I feel like Karen Jarrett is going to be a systemic problem. Now, I've seen Full Killer 99's review of the previous episodes of Impact, and he was not happy about having any general manager. And the last Impact, he finds out it was Karen Jarrett. He flipped the script. He pretty much flipped the freaking script, and I don't blame him. Because I do remember seeing how Karen Jarrett was. I do remember that whenever she did a very short segment, which was about a minute or so, as a heel, it wasn't bad. Once she's a face, it's terrible. Once it goes beyond a minute as a heel, it is terrible. And it shows in this segment, and it was Sienna who saved this segment. Sienna is an incredible talker. I love her. But then something strange happens. You got a guy coming out named KM. Supposedly, in actuality, her cousin, which I don't know if that's her real cousin or not. Maybe it is. And he tries to say, don't you disrespect my family. You got 15 seconds to apologize, like you tried to make her apologize to you for 15 seconds. And I got to say this. She freaking headbutted Sienna. Karen Jarrett headbutted Sienna. It's in my face. Or at least in my shoulder. I haven't decided yet. But why? This is the reason why Karen Jarrett should have limited amount of time on screen. She's just not a very good actress. She's just not. And then you get Braxton Sutter and Allie coming out. I said this before. And if anybody remembers me talking about this, Sienna needed a partner. She needed a partner to work with her and Laura Van Ness to go after Braxton Sutter and Allie. It had to happen. But now you see this. KM appearing and then having the subsequent match afterward where why did he have to struggle? The guy is 6'8", over 300 pounds. Braxton Sutter's not even $2.50, like $2.50. He should not have a problem with Braxton Sutter. And he did. And it took Sienna to distract Braxton for KM to win. Then worse, they get the beat down. Why are the heels getting the beat down from both of them? I can understand Allie trying to beat down Sienna. But it made no sense. And then Laura Van Ness comes out, which made sense because she still has a beef with both of them, both Allie and Braxton Sutter. But then here's where things get very confusing, ladies and gentlemen. We see these little scenes of a woman walking down the steps. We've had it like a couple of weeks now. And then you see the pictures of Braxton Sutter, and that's Sienna. And then you see images of someone completely different than KM. So what are we really dealing with here? What just happened? KM is not the one they're promoting in these little snippets of Sienna talking about, we're going to get you. You thought you were going to have a happy ending. You're not. So why did you bring KM into this? And then let him job a little bit. It made no sense. I don't get it. DJ Z, Andrew Everett. Good match. Don't care. Because there's no story with it. And now I know a lot of people say, well, there is a story. What's going on when Andrew Everett was broken off from Trevor Lee and Gravy Shame Helms? Yes. You could say that's a good story. But when was the last time we actually saw them all together? When was the last time we actually heard an in-ring segment from Andrew Everett? Several weeks ago. When have we actually seen a backstage segment other than Make Impact Great from Andrew Everett? The only thing he did was talk about Impact Wrestling, not about his feud with Trevor Lee and Gregory Shelley Helms. And then you see DJ Z. I do care about DJ Z. I actually like him. But where's his storyline? Where is there any interest in him? There isn't. You got probably more than a few X Division guys on the main roster doing almost nothing. I'm just saying. ODB. I didn't understand why Earl Hebner had to be put in with ODB after the incident between her and Rebel. Why? She looking for Eli, which is stupid. That made no sense for her to actually say, where's Eli? Isn't that your husband? Didn't you get freaking married and now you're looking for him now after how many years you've been gone? At least 2 years she's been gone. And now she's looking for a husband that she knows is not there. That made no sense. Then Earl comes out saying, I'll give you whatever you want, baby. That didn't make any sense. Then we got the reason why she was shown. But I'm not getting to that yet. But I just wanted to say that. Next. EC3 segment with James Storm. EC3 is over. So, oh wait, I almost forgot. Tank Top Girl for the win. I have to say this, she's already in my face. I'm going to keep her there for a second. You can see the lovely lady with the poofy hair that looks like a lion, looking cute as hell. Now I'll take her away. I don't say her all the time. I tend to forget because there's so much content. But I gotta remember to say it once in a while because she's a staple of Impact Wrestling. Just like the straw hat guy and the guy who wore the vest, the guy who brought in the weapons, like in ECW. There are people that you need to recognize. And she's one of them. Now, going back to EC3 and Storm, they did a great segment. I loved it. But here's the problem working in Orlando, Florida, and doing multiple tapings. The first couple of hours, people are fine. They cheer their asses off. They're happy. By the third taping, they're exhausted. They don't care. And it shows here when most of them were interesting, but they should have been louder. They should have been more interested. And Storm and EC3 worked so hard to convince them, particularly that Storm said, back in 2002, I was in the first pay-per-view. What were you doing? I was in high school. In 2007, I was doing something. What were you doing? Oh, I was in my fraternity acting stupid. In 2009, I was doing something. What were you doing? Well, I was getting drunk and doing something stupid. Wasting money. All of that was so well done. But the crowd was flat. And this is what happened when you do multiple tapings in the Impact Zone. People, they may be interested, they're just tired. And it hurts. It just doesn't look good when you do it that way. But I'm still interested in seeing how far they're going to go with Storm. Where they're going to go with EC3. These guys need to be in the main title scene because you only got Lashley. And we need more. I don't get what happened with Cody and Moose. What was that? The Impact Grand Championship. Fine. Came out. Two glaring problems. One, why did he come out in the freaking Next Gen title? What? Global Force Wrestling is not affiliated with Impact Wrestling. No one said it's affiliated with Impact Wrestling. No one promotes it on Impact Wrestling other than saying that Cody has a freaking title. As far as I can tell, Global Force Wrestling... Calm down. Global Force Wrestling as it stands, and I looked on the website last week, they have nothing going on this year. They had only something going on last year in the middle of 2016. They have pretty much done almost nothing since the beginning of this year. And from what I can tell, the tweets Or on Facebook, they almost done nothing either. So why is he carrying around the Global Force Wrestling Next Gen title in Impact Wrestling? You're talking about it briefly, and it should not even be there. Second thing, why is Moose grabbing a chair to whack Cody Rhodes? Shouldn't Cody be the one doing that? Shouldn't Cody be the one trying to whack Moose's head off? No. It's Moose grabbing a chair, then standing in front of Brandy, and then getting kicked in the face by that chair. Then you got the kick to calm down. Bruce Pritchard coming in to replace one of the judges. And then in the end, Bruce is the reason why Moose wins. What was the point? Why do you have Moose retain a title that you know 100% would be more interesting on a Cody Rhodes? Mind you, I don't want to see Cody Rhodes hanging around the Impact Zone with the Next Gen title and the Impact Grand Championship. He should not be doing that. If you're going to be like that, then freaking promote Global Force Wrestling instead of AAA, Crash Wrestling, Noah, and and I don't remember what the last one that it is, if I'm missing one. No, it's Impact Wrestling, AAA, Crash Wrestling, and I'm blanking. I'm sorry. I'm angry. I'm angry. It should not be like this. It makes no sense to be having a guy hold a title from another promotion that's not being promoted on your promotion or the new group of promotions that you have. You're not promoting Global Force Wrestling. You're not bringing anybody from Global Force Wrestling in unless they're going to be new talent. So why the blue fuck are you carrying the title? That just angers me. And oh, seeing Brandy get angry saying, I love you, but I can't stand this anymore, walking off, makes some sense. And her ass looks nice. And she's so pretty and she seems nice. I'm sorry, the ass, but I'm just... That's the only thing I can almost take out of it. You got a beautiful woman who's angry at both these guys. That's all I can think of. Now... The vid pack for Davey Richards was actually very good. I actually enjoyed it. And I hope they continue doing that. I do believe that Impact Wrestling has improved on its video packages. And I am commending them for that. They made their video packages look good. Eli Drake's video package looked good. I really did enjoy it very much. And I hope they maintain that. The Fatal 4-Way of Reno Scum, of the Kid and Junior Connection, because I can't remember their names, I'm just going to call them the Kid and Junior Connection, to DK and LAX. It was okay. I thought there was only two people could win that titles. That was LAX and that was Reno Scum. Now I know a lot of people would say Kid and Junior, but I felt that Reno Scum, they came in with titles from Crash Wrestling, which I felt was good, to give them some reason. That's kind of like what's going on with Cody Rhodes. Even though I don't like seeing Cody with the Next Gen title, he should have just came down without it, won it, and then showed both titles saying that I represent both places. But at least here, with Reno Scum, they showed it once, they never showed the titles again, and they proved themselves to a certain extent that they deserve a shot at the titles. I was alright with that. In the end, it was LAX who won it. And the vid packs for them have been decently good. But here's the thing. With LAX, the problem I see they're going to have is they need factions to go up against. And it's not going to be DK. DK is not strong enough right now. They need to be rebuilt. DCC is basically going to be disbanded, or already is disbanded. So they need another faction for them to go up against. Hopefully there will be another faction eventually. But it can wait a while. I say at least 5 or 6 months before they bring in a new faction for them to actually have a feud with. Because they need to destroy people. Now, let's see if I'm forgetting anything. No, I am not. The thing I'm focusing on now in this show is the knockouts. We have how many knockouts? Oh my goodness. We get a Rosemary segment with Jeremy. Oh, if Rosemary was dressed the way she was with all the paint, and she said, "You want to kiss me? Kiss me! Kiss me!" I'd give her a kiss and get smudge all over my face. I would not care. Rosemary's beautiful, she's sexy, and she's intelligent. Things that anybody wants. But here's where things get very messy. So incredibly messy. It angers me. Not because it was messy. It angers me that we haven't seen this. We didn't just get one knockout coming out like an ODB. And I already said this. ODB needs to change her character. I know people like that damn bitch. You know what I mean. But essentially, she needs to change her character. And I was annoyed with her. Her showing her cleavage did not change my thought. She needs a change in character. But then, after Rosemary left the ring, what do we get? We get Brandy. We get another woman. We get, what is her name? NJ Jenkins. We get other women. And I see within about 1 minute span, not one woman, not two, not three. I see 9 women in the freaking ring. And at least 3 to 4 of them have not been shown on television much. They have not gone on a, well, maybe they've been shown an explosion. But here, we have not seen any of these women. At least 3 to 4 women we have not seen before. And you think, what the hell? We have so many women now. We got, counting the women in the ring, alongside them, you had Sienna, which makes 10. You got Allie, which makes 11. You got Laura Van Ness, which makes 12. You have basically, who else is left out that could also be shown in there? Gail Kim, which is 13 or 14 women? Oh my goodness. Angelina Love, 15. And what's the woman's name? Alyssa? Or, Alyssa, what is her name? Alisa. That is Eddie Edwards' wife. I think, unless she was there, I didn't see her face, I could be wrong, but Alyssa, if she wasn't there, that would be at least 14 or 15 women that we have on the roster for TNA, formerly, now Impact Wrestling. What? You got more women in one show than WWE has. And you barely promoted how many women you got. I am outraged. You got at least 9 women, basically 9, not counting everyone else. 9 women in that ring. And now next week there's going to be a battle royal. Fine. But you could have promoted the other women early in vid packages. Why didn't they promote these women with vid packages? Why couldn't you done NJ Jenkins? Why couldn't you done the other women? I can't remember the name offhand. Ellery's daughter could have been promoted more with vid packages. Why not do them? Unless there's some on Impact Wrestling YouTube. I didn't see it. I gotta look again. But why couldn't you done video segments with all these women? Why couldn't you done a little vid segment for every woman saying that Impact Wrestling is a place to be? And I didn't see that. I am angry that all these women are there and I didn't barely see any of them. The most I've seen is Sienna, Allie, Rosemary. That's it. You got over 10 women on the roster. Counting Angelina Love. Counting Eddie Edwards' woman. Counting Allie. And also counting Sienna. And Laura Van Ness. Over 10 women. You only show generally 3. That is a freaking outrage. But this is just my point of view. You guys tell me below, and I hope you enjoyed the Zane view. Please give me a comment. If I did not get my new intro done, I'm still working on it. Because there's still some things I want to find what's the best shots to use. Have a good day. Have a good night. And watch for my WrestleMania review. It will be coming out Sunday. I will be doing it. See ya.